Okay, everybody, it's a round to it. I'm getting around to it to the 2026 CD tag. Hi, guys, gals. This is the official, unofficial 2026 CD tag created by Glenn Calloway from the basement. And I'm talking to you from my basement. So we got something in common there for sure. We also have some stuff common music wise, Glenn and I. I can name a few bands, but I'm here to go over 2 to 10 entries for this tag. I'm going to try to keep as quick as I can. First one is your favorite CD purchase of 2025. Now, these are all from the flea market that I go to in the summer, uh, all $1 a piece. This one is called Oz Live. Now, Oz is the guy's first name. Last name is Noy, N-O-Y, Oz Noy. This guy's a jazz fusion guitarist. He's got a great band with him. He's out of New York City. I think this is a 2006 release. It is. I'm going to look for his other CDs. This is actually a live set. It's a real barn burner. Excellent guitarist, Oz Noy. That was $1. Next one, might get a kick out of this. Beavis and Butthead, Experience. Now, you would think I bought this at the same time as I bought Oz Noy from the same guy. And he looked at me and he says, now that's a strange combination. And I said, yeah, I could say the same thing to you because you're selling them. But one was his and one was his teenagers. But I really like this Beavis and Butthead because I enjoy their cartoon. But there's some good songs on here, and I knew there would be Beavis and Butthead. But there's Nirvana, Hate Myself and Want to Die, typical Beavis and Butthead. Anthrax, Looking Down the Barrel of a Gun. Megadeth, Ways to Die. You see a theme here, right? Run DMC, Bounce, Aerosmith, Deuces Are Wild, White Zombie, I Am Hell, Primus, Poetry and Prose, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Monster Mac, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Search and Destroy, Jackal, Mental, and Clear, Share with Beavis and Butthead. Now that's a classic. Share with Beavis and Butthead. No joke. Okay, and real quick, this was also not at the same time, but a vendor out there was selling all his CDs for $1. I held this up. I said, how much? He said $1. And I said, it's John McLaughlin. It actually has 5 CDs. Real quick, 3 with the band Shakti, which is an Indian influenced band. Another Shakti. A third Shakti. All excellent sounding, excellent albums. I love John McLaughlin. And then these 2, let's see, that was a Shakti, that was a Shakti. What's the other 2 at? Yeah, I'm getting mixed up. This one here is called John McLaughlin and the Electric Band, Electric Dreams. I have this on vinyl, but it was part of the set, so I was glad to get it. And then the other one was, a lot of people probably recognize this album. I have it on vinyl too. So actually 5 CDs for $1. Can't beat it. That was my best finds for 2025, even though this is a 2026 tag. Next question. Number 2, the best sounding CD. Let's see, the best sounding CD in your collection. All right, let's see what that is. I think I'm out of order here. One of the best sounding CDs I have in my collection. I always notice this. This is called Stanley Clarke Live. Another live set by Stanley Clarke from Return to Forever, 1976 to 1977. There's about 8 songs on here. School Days, Lopsy Lou, Quiet Afternoon, Silly Putty, Day Ride, bass, folk song number 3, which is like 13 minutes long. Most of these are like over 6 minutes long. The Magician, which is from Return to Forever, Desert Song, and Vulcan Princess. Excellent sounding. I love Stanley Clarke, his bass. You could just about hear his fingers strumming across the bass. What makes this really stand out for me was I bought a new a digital to analog converter for my DAC as a new DAC for my CD, not a player, but a CD transport. And I bought a new DAC for it. It's a, oh my goodness, what is it called? It's a Pontus 2, no, Pontus 12. Yeah, Pontus 12 DAC. Excellent, excellent sounding DAC. That's the best sounding CD in my collection. Number 3, show a clamshell case box set. Now, I picked this box set up because not too long ago, let's see if I can get this glare off of this real quick. And this fella here, I bought this at a record store day, a few record store days ago. Harvey Mandel, The Snake. It's called The Snake. It's one of his solo albums. Harvey Mandel played with Canned Heat. He was the guitarist for Canned Heat. So he went on his own and did some albums. And a lot of, I think I've seen it shown in Dave the Pickup Artist. I think he picked one up, but this is a redo for a RSD. And I didn't really know who he was, but when I picked it up, I fell in love with it. So because of that, this clamshell box is called the Snake Box, Harvey Mandel Snake Box. It's still available on Amazon. Cherry Red, I think, releases it. And I picked this up, and it has 6 albums. One is a live album. Just excellent jams. There's a nice booklet in here. I did show this once before, but this is the clamshell box set. This is the live. You can see there's 4 or 5 songs on there, real long ones. Excellent jams. Live at the Matrix. Next one is, I enjoyed all of these. I always go back to this box set a lot. Baby Batter. Excellent, excellent CD. These are all on vinyl, but they're very, very hard to find because these came out a long time ago in the early 70s. Games Guitars Play. Excellent CD, excellent. I believe this was his inaugural or his original, the first one, Cristo Redentor. This is psychedelic, blues, rock, you name it, it's all on here. Righteous, another one of his releases, and also, of course, The Snake, which I had on vinyl, but now I have it on CD, part of this set. This is the clamshell box set. I would highly recommend if you like some good blues, good psychedelic guitar work. Harvey Mandel Snake Box. It's about $40 on Amazon. Well worth the price if you dig really good psych music. Let's see. Top 3 bands, artists you have the most CDs of your collection. Okay, I picked the 3 out that I had the most of, but all 3 of these actually are a maximum of about 14 or 15. I think one of them is Zappa. I think I have 15 Zappa. I love Frank Zappa. So does Glenn Kellaway. He's a big fan of Zappa, as am I. I have a lot of his vinyl, but I have about 14 or 15 CDs that are not on vinyl that I picked up over the years. I think this one is Zoot Allures. Great CD from Frank Zappa. Next one that I have the most of is Santana. I have about 14 Santana and a couple box sets of Santana. This is a live at the Fillmore. I think it's the West, or is it East? It says live at the Fillmore. I think it's the West. Anyways, a lot of great songs on here. This was way back in the early days. Santana live at the Fillmore. And then the third group I have the most of is Little Feat. This is Waiting for Columbus. I have a lot of Little Feat live on CD. I came across this guy at the flea market. He was getting rid of all his Little Feat, and I just scarfed it all up. So I picked up most of the little feet right there in that one vendor for a buck a piece. So that's 3 of the groups that I have the most of. So not a lot. I think Glenn said he has like almost 50 to 100 Grateful Dead. I'm not such a completist collector like that. It's just, I get them as I come along and see them. Let's see. Show a CD from 4 different decades. You pick the decades. Well, the first one I'll show is Cactus, Cactology. Great CD. This is the 1960s, I believe. This is the Cactus Collection. Very good CD. I was lucky to find it. Great shape. Cactology. It has songs from a lot of their albums. And I love Cactus. I have a clamshell box set of Cactus back there. Love it. Okay, that would be the 60s. The 70s. I believe this is, no. This would be the 70s. Cactus, not 60s. I don't go back that far to 60s, really. 70s, 80s, Rush, Power Windows. Got a lot of Rush CDs, too. Probably about 8 or 9. I like Rush. I have a lot of their vinyl, too. But this is the 1980s, Power Windows. Next is Radiohead. This would be the 80s, 90s. Radiohead, the Bends. I have a couple of Radiohead CDs. Great. I really enjoy the band in the right frame of mind. This is the Bends. And then the 2000s, Audio Slave. So I got Audio Slave for the 2000s. This is 2002 release. I think it's fellows from, what was his name? I should have done my homework on this. Anyways, I'm not going to get Audio Slave for the 2000s. Okay. Show a CD from 3 different genres of music. First one I chose was John Mayall. It's like an anthology, blues, 1964 to 1969's 2-disc set. Or is it a 3-disc? I think it's 2-disc. Yeah, 2-disc set. Yeah, 2-disc set. That was a nice find for a couple of bucks. John Mayall Blues. Next one's going to be, I think this is Wilco's debut. This would be rock or indie rock. Wilco AM. Next genre, third genre would be Slipknot. I believe this is their first or second release. Metal. Pretty hardcore metal. Slipknot. That's 3 genres. Show a box set in a traditional box set format. I have several box sets in that type of format. This one I have, I really enjoy, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. This is called The Return of the Manticore. There's 4 discs in here. I got this for $5 at the flea market. The flea market's been good to me for CDs, but there's 4 CDs in here with a lot of music of Emerson, Lake and Palmer from the beginning. It's almost like an anthology, I guess. But there's a couple of songs on here that are over 15 minutes. Let's see. Saw one on here that was 22 minutes. Take a Pebble. Tarkus, 20 minutes. Another one was, let's see, Fanfare for a Common Man, about 10 minutes. A lot of great long run songs. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Return of the Manticore. If you ever come across it, highly recommend it. On CD there. I didn't have the booklet with it, unfortunately. It's probably a booklet. It wasn't part of it, but for $5, I'm not going to complain. So maybe someday I'll come along with the booklet. I doubt it, but that would be a box set and traditional box set. Show us your favorite album of all time on CD. Well, this is definitely one of my favorites, any of all time. It's been showed before, but I love it. That's how I discovered Tommy Bolin. He's on here as a guitarist. But I bought it for Billy Cobham originally. Because I have a lot of Billy Cobham on vinyl and CD. But excellent drummer, Billy Cobham. He gets together with a lot of great musicians. But this Spectrum is top-notch jams, for sure. Jazz fusion. rock, a little bit of funk. So that would be my best favorite CD. How many CDs do you have in your collection? I'm I'm not on Discogs, so I'm kind of making an educated guess between 2,500 and 3,000, which is a lot. I'm purging quite a few this summer. I got a box full of them and get rid of them. But I would say almost 2,000 CDs for sure. 2,500, I guess. Show us the most recent CD you purchased. Okay, this is the most recent purchase I made. Was The Beat. King Crimson, Adrian Belew, Steve Vai, Tony Levin, and Danny Carey got together. This is 2024. They did this is a CD set with a nice booklet inside. And they got all the CDs on the inside page there. And the only thing I can say about this is if you ever buy it, when you're popping these out and you lift underneath here, you better be careful and press this center thing down. They're not like the spider things that hold them. These hold on tight, and you will crack a CD guaranteed. So be careful if you ever buy this when you're taking a CD out to flex it very carefully. But this has two live concerts in Los Angeles. Was it Los Angeles? North America. And this is they're Los Angeles and North America, where they took songs from other concerts and put them together on it. Fantastic sounding CDs. I think this came out in 2024. It's got great booklet, a lot of great pictures in it. I really like Tony Levin, and Adrian Belew, great guitarist. Just great stuff. This is the latest that I bought, was The Beat. I'm hoping I'm holding it up high enough because I keep holding it too low. I think that covers it. I just want to thank you, Glenn, for putting this list together. It's been fun. It's been fun watching everybody do theirs, picking up some tips on songs, not songs, but CDs and stuff that's out there. And I wanted to support you. I really like you, Glenn. I wanted to say real quick goodbye to my granddaughters, 4 of them, Madison, Evelyn, London, and Charlotte. Love you guys very much.